What's up guys, Squibbity here. Today in this video I'm going to be showing you guys the best controller settings, best PS4 controller settings in like sensitivity and all that shit. So this is recommended in the comments of one of my recent videos, so I thought might as well do it. Let's go. So mouse sensitivity and shit, that doesn't count this video because I'm not doing mouse and keyboard. I'm not a mouse and keyboard player. Do have like a good mouse and keyboard to play, but I'm still good. So my wireless X sensitivity is about 7.5. In the middle of a 7 from like a 6, probably the lowest you could go, and probably an 8.5, the highest I'd go. Anything over or less is too slow or high. Too high meaning you'll turn too quick and you won't hit your shots, and too slow is that you won't be able to turn around quick enough and you'll miss your shots, or you just get shot in the back every time. Sensitivity wise, you want it to have around the same fit, so you've got like the same feel for each sensitivity, but you want it a little bit lower because you don't want to be flicking, but flicking right above their, like going above their head and not hitting a shot. So I'll have a bit lower just so I can fully flick my sticks, so I can do a good flick that should go to the head. So more your preference for this one, but X I'd go with around that sensitivity. A mouse sensitivity doesn't count. Wireless controller targeting sensitivity. This I'll go around lowest 150, highest like 300, 400, because it really depends what setting you're on for the X. So say if you're playing like a 6.5 on the X and Y, you could probably have to turn these up to at least 250, 300, because that sensitivity sort of comes in. But with the sensitivity, if you're around a 700, I'd do around 200 for each. Targeting sensitivity is like when you're aiming in and you're moving left to forth, what the hell? Back, right and left, yeah, that's what I mean. So you don't want that too high, because when you're trying like the AR people, you will miss your shots. PS4 you can, in the Xbox you can have it I would have it pretty low if I was you guys, because a character can only sprint so fast. Also, if you get used to it, plus we have aim assist as well, so aim assist can help us with that. And scope sensitivity is like aiming with a scoped AR or a sniper. So I'm actually gonna put this up to about 200 around here. You want to have it a bit lower than the targeting sensitivity, so you can hit your sniper shots. Building sensitivity also comes in with this. If you've got a really low sensitivity in the X and Y, I'd put the building sensitivity up a bit higher than this. Just so you have around the same speed that I've got now. But if you have it in the 700s, about a 1400 would do for me. Mine's pretty quick, so maybe a 1400 to 1350. Nothing lower than, I don't know. It's really your preference, because I can't really control how fast you guys can build, but I'm sort of a confident builder, so like, well, I mean, I can do all the basic stuff with building, so I don't mind having mine a bit higher. Invert view and stuff, I can't play with that. Invert aircraft controls, I didn't mean to have that on, but there is no aircraft. Anonymous mode and hidden other players matchmaking. If I do like start streaming and stuff, I will have one of these on. When you're streaming, if you want to prevent stream sniping, do not use delay, because if people know your delay, they'll just either wait, and also whatever time you put on that, it's an extra, like say 20 seconds into the game. So if you put it on 20, that's an extra 20 seconds you're waiting, which is really entertaining for the stream. So just use both of these, and that should give you streams snipe. So the scale of hard, no, I don't really mind. Most tryhards, I mean tryhards, but like smart people, they usually have it small, so they've got like more place to look around. But in videos and stuff, and just personal look, I do like the look of it as the default one. Don't have it too big, that just looks really ugly. Just keep it around default, or you can make it just really small. Show spectator count, I put that on just because, like, why not. Marked angel when targeting. Oh yeah, so this is for pinging people. This is really helpful in squads. Make sure you have this on, because this will come in handy. So say if you've seen people ping stuff before, you have to obviously change it in your keybinds to place marker. So make sure to do that. So you have to manually put it in. So go into custom, then just press place marker on whatever thing you want. Anyway, let me just go back to. Let me scroll down. That's a bit too far. Mark danger while targeting. So that means while you're aiming in, it also lets you to ping people. Like while you're shooting, say if you shoot at someone in squads, and you can't make the call out because you're fighting someone, and you're aiming in, you can just mark them while aiming in. So it's just a little which that can help you. Toggle sprint got off. Sprint by default I have got on, just because I just find it annoying to click in the controller every time on the sprint, so I have that on. Sprint cancels reloading, got that off, because if you're reloading, start sprinting, it can get annoying, and also if you want to cancel a reload, you can just pull out your pickaxe. Tap search, it's so helpful while looting the start game. Instead of having the hold square or your like interact button, you can just press it once, and it was same with can't speak today. Same with revving as well, or rezzing, however you want to say it. Instead of having to hold the controller for like that 9-10 seconds, you can just tap square, and as long as you stay in that position, you will res them. Reset building choice on. You must have this on if you're a decent builder, because if you were just building a ramp while pushing someone, if someone shoots from behind, you have to manually press the wall button for to build a wall. So with this on, no matter whenever you get out of your building, your building menu, it just puts you back to the wall, which is really helpful. Aim assist, you must play with this. This is the biggest advantage you can get in console, and everyone has this on. And if you turn this off, you will be at a very, very big disadvantage. This means like when you aim in, it will lock onto the player, which is so good, especially against PC people. They don't have that. That's console players' little advantage. And also just one-on-ones. If somebody's got aim assist off and someone's got it on, and they're trying to laser each other with an AR, I think the person with aim assist is going to win any day of the week. Edit mode aim assist, turn that off. If you are a decent editor, I would turn this off. But if you do struggle to edit, I'll turn it off. Turn it on, I mean. So what it does is, say when you're in the editing menu and your character's looking like in between a square, the aim assist will automatically put you on a square to edit. So with mine, I might be doing all fancy edits while like I'm in a 1x1 or something, so I have this off just so if I know where I am placing my like edit marker, I guess I'll know, and I won't get aim assisted to a different box and check my edit. So have it on if you struggle with editing, but if not, keep it off. Turbo building, turn it on. It's a big advantage. I don't see why you wouldn't have it on, because there's like nothing to get adjusted to. It's just you can hold down the build button, say if you got spammed, or say if you're just pushing and you just don't want to click it, you can just hold the build button and it will build that thing for you. Turbo delete in creative mode, I don't know what that is, but rapidly delete stuff, yeah, turn that on. Auto material change, yes, that is a big one as well. Say if you're running out of materials and like you're spam building someone that's spraying you, if you run out of materials and you've got this off, you have to manually switch, which that will obviously get some bullets through. With this, the second you run out of mats, say if you're on wood, you'll go to bricks, and when you're out of brick, you'd go to metal, and so on. And control auto run, I have that on. If I'm checking my phone after we do something, auto run is good. Or if I'm running long distance for storm, don't really want to be holding the stick for so long. So allow cross-platform parties. If you want that on, you can, but I would have it on so you can play with anyone you really want. But if you've got it off, you can only play with your console. Auto open doors, I don't have that on. Some people do play with that. It is handy while looting, but if you're in like a situation where like you guys are playing like Ring Race, you're in the door, or like you're in one of those battles where it's just a door separating you guys, having that auto open doors could kill you. Auto pick up weapons, I used to play with that. It is really helpful when you're gliding in and like you're fighting to get a gun on a roof or something. That is where people's auto pick up guns will get the advantage any day of the week. But I do find it annoying when you're like looting and stuff, and you run through a bunch of loot, and you've got spare slots, so you would say you want to put like a sniper in or heals. It just picks up random shit. Auto sort consumables to the right. So this helps. So most people do play with their consumables to the right, like their heels and stuff. So this just saves you sorting them out, and it goes to the right, and does keep your infantry inventory much cleaner. That's what I meant. So I'll just put them to the right, to the hotbar, and say if the right bit's already like taken, it'll just keep going, keep making its way from the right. Builder Pro, build immediately. I mean, who isn't on Builder Pro these days? It's not only a few that's on Combat Pro and Standard. Builder Pro, have that on. Don't have to actually like double tap it or say hold it for a long time. With that, second you tap something, tap like a ramp or something, that will help. Controller, edit hold time. This is really your preference, but I wouldn't have it too high. I don't use circle, so I don't have the hold button. I use right on the D-pad, which I'm about to show you guys, which instantly edits no matter what, no delay at all. That's why I use it. But if you still use circles or you're still having a button you have to hold, put this down as low as possible. Vibration, that off, it marks on my aim. Then I just have all these creative stuff on for getting thumbnails and stuff. Brightness, don't really care about this. Is your preference. I have it lower because it makes the game a bit more crisp, but I don't have it too low. Music volume, I don't have that too high. But voice chat I've got high so I can hear my squad mates, and sound effects, that's like all the sound effects in the game. I have that fully up to hear footsteps. Cinematics doesn't really matter. Push to talk, don't really want that. Make sure voice chat's on as well. Colorblind, don't have any color blindnesses, so I don't need that. Fast keyboard. Dead zone, I've not adjusted this. I'm happy with how my controller works, so I'll keep it like that. My keybinds, basically the same as on Builder Pro. That's what Builder Pro looks like. So what I've just changed, instead of the circle being switch mode / edit, it's just switch mode, and I've made the right my D-pad edit. It is a bit hard to get used to, but you instantly edit. You can do some really clean edits, as you can see in my videos. Also I have sprint and auto sprint on. Don't have sprint, or you can't use sprint by default. Then I've got place markers, because this is my spare slot on my controller, so I put that as my place marker. Then other than that, all of them are basic Builder Pro controls. So I think that's all. Yep, that is. So thank you guys for watching. Sorry if I talked lots of shit. This video's probably dragged on a bit, but it just shows you all my settings, how give me those little advantages in game, which will eventually help you with getting a win. So thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. Follow all my socials down in the description, and I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye.